I think oftentimes when people see the word diversity or inclusion, they think, well, that's not my job. I don't have to do it. But essentially, as marketers, as content creators, I think it's everyone's job. You know, how have you, with your teams throughout your career, even though I know you've worked with BET and others that focused on specific segmented markets, but even in that space, you know, to have that more inclusive environment to ask, like, who's not around this table, so to speak?
Yeah.
You know, how have you done that?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is kind of what we were just talking about. You know, you want customers to see themselves reflected in an authentic way, and I think it's important to communicate that. And so that's something that I've done, is, you know, to kind of show people that we want customers to be saying like, oh, you get me and you've got me.
Yeah.
And I'll come back for more and I'll tell other people too. And I think that's, you know, that's us driving loyalty and advocacy. And I think it's all of our roles, no matter what background you come from within an organization, to think about that and to look around the table and notice when there's a voice missing that might provide a different perspective. And that's not me talking just about, you know, race or ethnicity. It's, you know, all different backgrounds. You know, is everyone at this table, you know, over 45 trying to figure out how to market to 20-year-olds or vice versa?
Right.
You know, I think there's all different perspectives that you can keep in mind. You know,
Or a group of men trying to determine how to market to women.
Yeah, how to market tampons. I mean, like, you know, I think I think there's less and less of that, but I think there's always room for improvement. And I think some companies are getting it better than others. My team works on, in addition to all of our emerging audiences work, I also oversee cultural events. So that's like Black History Month, Women's History Month, as Richard said, Hispanic Heritage Month, which is happening right now, Pride. And, you know, as we're talking to agency partners, it's important that we, you know, have representation from those groups trying to build those campaigns. There was a time not too long ago, like within this last year, where we were talking to potential agencies about working with us on these cultural events campaigns. And, you know, the team that presented was all, you know, white, and male and older, and they were presenting to do our cultural events. And I, you know, at the end of the presentation, they were definitely capable on marketing in general, but I was like, so can you tell me how you've approached, this is a project focused on diverse audiences. How have you approached that in the past? And how would you approach this one? And the example that was given to me was something about a pro bono campaign that they had done for prison reform or something. And I just was like, I just asked you about diverse audiences and your example was about prison reform. Like, that's so off key. And so like when I'm talking to, you know, other people internally, not only do I think they're not the right people to talk to, you know, to develop campaigns that are specifically crafted for diverse audiences and cultural events, but I'm not sure that they should be developing campaigns for anything, because all of the work that we're doing and all of the content that we're doing is really supposed to speak to you know, a wide audience and diverse audiences, and so like we want somebody who understands that and understands those audiences. So